with a high degree of certainty, we have him in custody, right? In custody. Everyone did a great job. We worked with the local police, the governor. Everybody did a great job. You know, getting somebody that you start off with absolutely nothing. And we started off with a clip that made him look like an ant that was almost useless. We just saw there was somebody up there.
He's saying that they have the man that assassinated Charlie Kirk in custody, currently sitting right now. Now, Gash Patel and Dan Bongino both landed in Utah yesterday and started their half of, I guess, of what the investigation. There was a lot of footage that came out of the guy jumping off the roof and then taking off and then walking down the road. Somebody got a Ring doorbell footage of him walking down the road, and he was walking with a limp. Reportedly, supposedly, they found the firearm, but there's a lot of confusion around that because how did he jump off the roof? The firearm, they want to know, and then run. And then somebody said it was there's a lot of confusion and there's nothing definite. Said that on the rounds that they found were like transgender and anti-bigot, like marking, kind of similar to things in the past. Netanyahu came on and did a press round yesterday on Fox News and just all the different station Newsmax, and vehemently denied that Israel had anything to do with it. But most people aren't really buying that. There's the two guys that were behind Charlie that were doing hand signals right before it had happened. There's the decoys that acted like fools so that they would distract the law enforcement right after it happened so that the guy could get away. The multiple, like the fake, not the fake arrest, but like they would arrest him and then have to release him because they were just acting like fools. It does scream very organized. But then there's another side that's saying, you know, any random Joe can take that shot from 200 yards. It does feel like this, there's got to be more than this is just some left-wing transgender. Like, I don't know that I'm going to buy that. Almost like the Thomas Crooks thing, like that little 90-pound kid hauled, I mean, and it got through Secret Service. More to come. We'll see. We'll see. They'll release the name at some point. They'll release probably a manifesto at some. I mean, there will be a whole. This is going to go on probably quite a while. Charlie Kirk is back in Arizona. Air Force 2 flew him back last night, along with J.D. Vance and Charlie's wife and both of his kids. It was a really beautiful. If you haven't seen it, go to X and look it up. It was a really beautiful. J.D. Vance helped escort his casket onto Air Force 2. They flew him back, and then Arizona, thousands of people showed up to see him off to the church that he had gone to every Sunday. It really was a beautiful thing. And I'm going to finish this video up by saying there are a lot of people waking up today with no job. I feel like we should have learned our lesson when Trump was potentially almost assassinated. You know what I mean? A lot of people, but this is massive. Teachers and law enforcement and guidance counselors and just public service workers. There was one